Hey fam, welcome back to Tari's Lifestyle and Vlog, and thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, I'm going to be addressing a story I saw online about a lady that was actually given a deportation order. Okay, so the UK Home Office have asked her to leave the UK immediately. Okay, she's been in the UK for 3 years. She's doing a BSc course. However, that according to her, those 3 years have been wasted. Okay, and the reason for this is because she overworked. Okay, I remember I've talked about overworking. Okay, working more than your hours in the UK. If you have come to the UK as a student, there's a number of hours that you're supposed to work. For no reason should you be doing more than those hours. Okay, but in this case, she's done that and she's been asked to leave the UK. Okay, and I've done a video which I'll link up here where I said if you do this, you will be deported. Okay, you'll be sent, your certificate of your SCAS will be cancelled. Okay, but before I go on, my name is Tari, and on this channel we talk about UK visas and immigration. We talk about life in the UK, how to travel and successfully and safely to the UK, and how to navigate through life as an immigrant living in the UK. If this sounds like something you're interested in, then please subscribe, turn on your bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my videos going forward. To my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. Okay, like I said before, I saw this story on the internet. I saw it on Facebook first of all, and it's on legit website. Okay, I'm going to put a link to this video, to this story, in the comment section for anyone that wants to watch it, and also in the description box as well for anyone that wants to have a read of the story to get the full details of what actually happened. Okay, so this girl, her name is Onyinye Grace or so, and she went to the UK. Like I said, she traveled in 2021 to the UK to study a BSc course, and she overworked, and then she's been asked to leave the country. Okay, she faces immediate deportation according to the article due to a honest mistake. Okay, and this story for me is very heartbreaking because according to her, it's a honest mistake, and she's gone through so much. Her situation is heartbreaking. However, they said ignorance is no excuse in the court of law. Okay, so that's just what I'm saying. Okay, so yes, your reasons are genuine. However, you've made a mistake. You've committed a crime. Therefore, you have to be deported. And again, I'm really sorry for this girl. Okay, about her story. So according to the story, she came to the UK in 2022 as a student, like I said before, on a 4-year course. And then in 2023, she lost her dad. Okay, she lost her dad in 2023, and her dad was her sole sponsor. Okay, he was the one sponsoring her education, and as a result of that, she couldn't sponsor herself anymore. She couldn't even travel to Nigeria for the father's burial. She had to join online, according to the story. Okay, now that her sponsor was gone, she had to stand up for herself, to take care of herself. There's school fees, the accommodation, there's feeding, there's a lot of things that she needed to do. And she decided, you know what, instead of me to go back to my country, to Nigeria, let me do some extra hours so that I can actually take care of myself. And she took up more hours, and unfortunately that ended up in her getting an immediate deportation order from the UK Home Office. Remember, the UK government, the UK Home Office do not play. Okay, and UK is a place that the system works, the law works. You cannot hide. You think you are hiding, or you think you are doing things in secret, one day they will come for you. You'll be surprised, and you'll be like, okay, how did they find out? The system works, the law works. Okay, if they said we've given you a visa, do this, and don't do this, then it is for your own good to abide by the rules of the conditions of your visa. And I've talked about this so many times before. Okay, so this lady lost her dad in 2023. She said she became depressed. She had to take care of herself. Of course, you'll be depressed if you've lost your dad. I remember when I lost my dad some years ago, I was crying. The pain was so much, I couldn't even stop myself from crying. That's how bad it was for me, you know. So I can just completely understand where that girl is coming from. She's far away in the UK. Her family is in Nigeria. She can't even go to her parents or her siblings or whatever family member she has left for consolation. So she's there. She had to study. Okay, so she became depressed. She needed to take care of herself and all of that. However, therefore she needed to work more hours. So she did that. She was working more hours, and sometime last year the Home Office contacted her school. to say actually this person has been working more hours than usual. Okay, so for the home office to contact her, I'm assuming that she's been working at least 30 hours, because as a student you are only entitled to 20 hours during term time. So when school is in session, you're only allowed to work 20 hours a week. During holidays, you can do more hours, but during school time, you cannot do more than 20 hours. Okay, in my time, I did like 22 hours, 23 hours here and there, but not every week. If you start doing that every week, 25 hours, 30 hours, 35, 40 hours, they would find out, and your certificate, your CAS, okay, will be cancelled and you will face deportation. Okay, so we need to be careful when we do that. So this girl, like I was saying, she started doing more hours just to fend for herself. The UK Home Office contacted the school to say this person has been working more hours. Can you get us the reason why and all of that? And the school contacted her and she said, okay, I'm doing more hours because I have to. So in her opinion, she had no choice but to do these hours because she was having to take care of herself. She was depressed and all of that. And she filled the form and sent it to the school. The school sent it to the home office. And she felt everything was fine. Okay, and then this year, the home office contacted her directly to say, actually, you know what? You've done more hours than you should. Therefore, you need to leave the country immediately. Okay, so in my opinion, for the UK Home Office to contact you in the first place, that should have been a warning. Okay, to say, actually, these people have found out that I'm doing more hours. Okay, therefore, I need to stop and therefore go back to doing 20 hours. And I understand the pressure she was on completely. Okay, I understand the pressure she was on with all the bills she had to pay, school fees and all of that. I understand that, but the Home Office has contacted you to say you're doing more hours, but she said she explained to you, the fact that you explained to them is as if you're giving a justification for committing a crime. So you're saying, okay, I went to steal because of this reason. Whatever the reason is not their business. The fact is you stole. Okay, that's the only way I can explain it. So the fact that she was going through all those things didn't really matter. What mattered was she did more hours than what her visa has stated that she should. Okay, so she now, according to the story, she went and contacted the Home Office again, trying to explain to them. No one would listen. She said, according to the story, she was doing well in her courses. She was having like top grades and all of that. She was doing well in her studies, and then she was working. But the school cancelled her sponsorship straight away. Okay, so in my head, the question I'm asking is, when all these things was happening to her, did she contact anyone? They have a student alumni, they have a students association, they have Nigerian Students Association and things like that. Did she contact, and was anyone aware of what she was going through? That's my question. Was the school aware that she lost her dad? Was the school aware that she was depressed? Because if they were aware, they should have put things in place to support her. Okay, so that if the Home Office now came to say, okay, this is what we've found out, they will be able to support her in that way, or even help her in one way or the other, or even say, okay, you don't have to work this many hours. This is what we can support you with. Maybe don't pay your school fees all in one go. Maybe spread the cost and all of that. Okay, so if they were aware, then they should have put support in place for her. But if they were not aware, then they would have. That would be one of the reasons why they decided to cancel her sponsorship immediately, because she got a warning last year and she did nothing about it. And like I said, it's a really sad story. She was on the internet crying her eyes out and all of that, because she spent 3 years already. So if it's a 4-year course, she's done 3 years. She has 1 year to go to get a certificate. She's asked them if she can actually do the 1 year online, and they've said no, unfortunately she cannot. Okay, in my opinion, I would want to appeal this decision. I would want to get a solicitor involved and all of that, just to see what can come out of it, if anything at all. Okay, that's what I would do if I were to be in her shoes. Okay, but the point is, if you have come to the UK on a student visa, you're only allowed 20 hours, then do your 20 hours and forget about the rest. Okay, 21 hours here, 22 hours there, 18 hours here and all of that. But don't go and be working. That's not why you came to the UK. My brother, my sister, that's not why you came. You didn't come to the UK to work. You came to study. So come study. Work is just by the wayside. Okay, if you have come to the UK on a visitor's visa, the visitor's visa says you're not allowed to work. there's no reason why you should be working. Okay, because if you found out your visa could be cancelled, you could be banned from coming back to the UK. Okay, so we need to be careful of these things. Okay, so I saw the story. I thought I'll come quickly to share with you people, just to sound a warning. Okay, so do not violate the conditions of your visa. When you're given a visa, there are conditions attached. Make sure you stick to them. Otherwise, God knows what will happen. Okay, but I hope this video is helpful to someone. I hope for this girl that she finds a way out for her, maybe get a solicitor or get help somewhere here and there. And I hope it's helpful to you. I hope you've learned something from the story. If you have, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.